Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Surprise! You get a color and chat after all. Oh, and I have a bone to pick with the healthcare system. Kind of ticked off at them right now, but we'll get into that rant after we start coloring. So I really didn't have a color and chat planned for this weekend. So I thought we would continue with our picture in Johanna's World of Flowers. We were coloring this pretty picture with my Prismacolors. So thought I would get them out and my color combinations and work on this lily first of all. I wanted to make it orange, an orange tiger lily, which is commonly seen. Which color combo do I want? I don't think I want to go into reds. Maybe just a little bit of red towards the center. Do I want to do that? Maybe this one. How would that be? Just do a little bit of red in the center, but mostly oranges, and then go out to yellow orange. Why don't we do that? And it's an easy 3-color combo. Scarlet Lake, orange, and yellowed orange. So let's look for that. Let's put my glasses on first so I can see something. Where did I put them? One moment, I know where. Boy, had to pause the video right off the bat. Okay, Scarlet Lake. Where are you? There we are. Okay. Scarlet Lake, orange. Boy, I'm not here. We need yellowed orange. And 918. 918. Here we go. All right. For some reason, I cannot find my favorite manual sharpener. I do like my battery operated sharpener, but it's kind of loud for when I'm recording. So I use my M&R manual sharpener when I'm coloring with pencils on camera, and I cannot find it. It's what I used last time, and it is nowhere to be found. So I got out this one. I seen this on Lee, the Coloring Queen, and it's kind of different. It's called a K-Zool multi-sharpener. You open it up on the end here, and on this end you turn the dial. Let me zoom in a little bit here. You turn the dial to indicate how sharp of a pencil you want. So with all the lines, that's the sharpest. Then you just go down a notch each time till you get the shortest little tip. So I like mine kind of long, so I leave it typically up to the very longest or the second, kind of on the second one usually. The only drawback to this is it has a very small receptacle. Now I did just empty this, so okay. So you can't sharpen if you have a number of very dull pencils or pencils that haven't been sharpened at all yet. This gets filled up rather quickly. So if you're on the go and you think you're going to be sharpening quite a bit, this probably isn't the pencil sharpener for you. But it is really nice and sharp. So I do like it. I'll link this down below in the description. I did get this on Amazon. As well, I'll link this book for those few of you who don't have it that want it. All right, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the center here. I'm not necessarily going for realism on this picture. Just kind of whatever I want to make them. The only one I did a little realistically was the sunflower, but I'm sure these are not this color. This is not this color, which we did last time. So yeah, I'm just kind of doing whatever I want. So let's start and put a little bit of red in the inside. Let's zoom in a little bit more. We'll get on with my rant. I'm sorry for those of you who are sick and tired of hearing about Bob, but if you've seen my community post, and I know not everybody can see those, me included, because I watch YouTube on my iPad. So yeah, you cannot see any community posts on an iPad. I don't know about other tablets, but you can't on an iPad, and that they got to get with the program. So again, we're going to do most of this in the orange. So as I go out, I just go lighter and lighter so I can blend in the yellow. And we'll probably put a little bit more red down here yet. Just kind of building up a few layers. But I had posted on the community page that there wouldn't be a color in chat this weekend. Had a medical emergency with Bob. He was again having problems. If you're new to my channel, my boyfriend was diagnosed with esophageal cancer a couple of years ago, and he has been going through hell and back ever since. He did go through radiation and chemo 2 summers ago. Then the end of summer in August, he had to go through having his esophagus removed and part of his stomach, having a stomach made into a tube to make a new esophagus. Don't ask me how they do that, but yeah. And he has had problems ever since with that esophagus closing up on him. So he had problems eating. And he was having problems yet again, and with a lot of coughing. He had a brand new stent put in last week, and finally they put in a permanent stent, which, if you ask me, they should have put in a long time ago, and my head is in the way. I'm sorry. So yeah, this one is permanently attached, and he was still having problems with coughing so bad, and so they wanted to do another swallow test this past week. So he went in for that Friday morning, bright and early. I like to go over all of the colors and kind of burnish it once I've got my layers in, just to kind of blend it all. How does that look? Yeah, I like that. I do kind of like it with the red in the base, I guess. I think I maybe put a little bit too much, but that's okay. So yeah, he went in for his swallow test Friday morning, and Friday morning yet already they got back to him and they wanted him to go to the ER because they found yet another hole, and that's why he had to go in. That's why he was coughing so much, is because there was a hole in his esophagus. They needed to put a stent in to cover that hole because fluids were leaking outside his esophagus down into his, well, by his internal organs, which is not a good thing. It wasn't going down into his stomach, so that's why he was coughing so much. Well, again, he was having the same problem with coughing so much. And so, again, that's why Friday morning they wanted him to go in for another swallow test and a chest CT scan. Well, the chest CT scan and the swallow test showed there was another leak, and this time below the stent that they just put in. And I guess this was extremely dangerous. So they were going to take him by ambulance down to Madison, which is in southern Wisconsin. It's like a 3.5 hour trip from here. So, you know, it was rather important that he get this procedure done. But Madison wanted them to do another chest CT scan just to kind of make sure. They wanted to get it from a different angle, just to make sure they would have the type of stent that he was going to need. And it's a good thing they reran it. This is after Bob was sitting in this small room in emergency for, oh my gosh, by that time, I don't know how many hours. It was hours and hours and hours. And I was not with them because I was babysitting Levi rather than have Heather have to take off almost an entire day of work, because she was only to work for maybe 2 hours before Bob got this call. I thought, well, because it sounded like it was going to be like 4 o'clock or so before they were going to be able to do any type of procedure. And one way or another, at that time, he was going to need something done, regardless of what these scans showed. So I thought, well, when he has the procedure done, because of course he would need somebody to drive him back home, I would then call Heather, drop Levi off by her at work, and go to the hospital. Well, yeah, that kind of came and went. Bob was still in the hospital because by that time they wanted the second CT scan done. And finally, he got the second CT scan after sitting there for hours and hours. Got that done, and the results came in that night. And by this time, they had already finally found a room for him and admitted him to the hospital. So, because they weren't sure if he was going to be going to Madison at that point. And by... the next morning, so he was in there overnight. The doctor finally came and saw him. And yeah, I'm shaky today. Finally came, saw him, and said, didn't appear after all that there was a leak. There really was nothing wrong. So why in the world did the swallow test and the first CT scan show there was a leak? There was a hole, another one. I just don't understand. So thank heavens Madison requested this second CT scan from a different angle, because otherwise he would have been shipped all the way down to Madison for nothing. So then they determined, okay, we really don't need to do anything. But I told Bob to ask them why he's coughing so much then. Well, all Bob wanted to do was get the heck out of there. So, of course, he wasn't going to ask. No. And it took, well, they were going to give him breakfast. Well, breakfast time came and went. He finally got some lunch. I mean, by this time, that man was pretty darn hungry. And they were running his IV and an antibiotic just to be on the safe side. And I'm almost off camera all the time. So sorry. And I'm turning the book so I'm at a good angle to color this. So yeah, they wanted him to eat something and drink something just to make sure everything was going to go down okay. So he finally got some lunch, got something to eat. And yeah, everything seemed to be going okay. Well, you think they could get him discharged? No. It took, and I know it, you know, they're busy, they're understaffed. But he would ring for the nurse, and it would take them a good half hour to get in that room. What if it was something serious? So yeah, he was waiting and waiting and waiting, just sitting there, well, laying there, twiddling his thumbs, waiting to get discharged. It was not until after 4 o'clock in the afternoon before he got out of that hospital. And after all that, they determined they didn't need to do a thing. Isn't that unreal? And yes, of course, Bob did not say anything about the coughing. I don't cough that much anymore. And I was thinking to myself, then don't sit here and complain about it and swear about it. I won't say what he says. But, yeah. And, yeah, he was about to the point ripping the IV out and walking out. And I could see him doing that. Because let's face it, who likes being in the hospital? But yeah, he especially hates just, you know, laying around doing nothing. And waiting for these people to, you know, make up their minds and then have their minds made up, but then wait to get discharged. How's that looking? Oh, I like that. Yes. So, yeah, he's finally home as of late yesterday. And, of course, he's been coughing. I don't say a word, but I'm thinking something. It doesn't seem as bad as, you know, when he first got the stent in. I do have to admit that. But still, I think he should have at least asked about it. He seems to think that it's from, like, not to be gross, but like mucus buildup that hits then like the back of his throat and makes him cough then, which could very well be. But I said, at least ask them and find out. And if that's the reason, why are you getting all this mucus buildup? You know? You know, isn't there something they could do about that god-awful coughing? So, we'll see. They're going to do another, they're going to be contacting him and doing another follow-up swallow test sometime this next week. And we'll see what that shows. Okay, let's burnish this. Then decide what we're going to do for the inside and the outside of these lilies. You know, sometimes I don't like it when she outlines this because I never know what to do for that outline. You know, a lot of times she'll do it to leaves and stuff. And so what I'll do is I'll just take the darkest color and outline it with that dark green. But I don't want to outline these in red. So, let's look at our tiger lily. Oh yeah, I like that. So I think what I'm going to do I have like a darker orange? Let's look in here and see. I don't actually, believe it or not, have my color chart here. I always have my color charts, right? Let me get a scrap piece of paper. And just take a darker orange. Maybe that would work. It's either that one or pale vermilion, because this one is cadmium orange. I think this is going to be too red. Yeah, let's go with the cadmium orange. And we'll just do a darker orange around. Now, again, what color is this in here? I didn't look up a tiger lily. Like I said, I'm not necessarily going to do this all realistic. And I'm just going to do this dark orange. Heavy pressure. Yeah, I guess that looks okay. So I guess the stamen I'll do like a deep yellow. But is that what color these should be too? Or are they like a greenish color? I'm sure I'll do it wrong, but that's okay. We'll just do it however we want to. Again, doesn't have to look realistic. So yeah, that's my rant on the healthcare system. Again, I know it's not all their fault. They're extremely busy. But yeah, Bob was pretty fed up. Because he didn't want to be admitted in the first place. Of course. So, anyhow, on to brighter subjects. Sorry about that. I've gone on for, you know, how long about that. Now, I did that color. Should it be? Yeah, maybe we'll do that again. Where's my other colors? Where did I put them? There they are. They're hiding. So I think, yeah, I'll do it this color. Do it the color of the tip. It is kind of turned over, so I don't know if I should maybe put a little bit of a darker color in for like a shade. Okay. So pretty soon I am going to have to pause the video because my daughter had given me, she says they have too much chicken. She had a 10-pound, yes, you heard right, 10-pound pack of chicken quarters. So it wasn't legs, wasn't breasts or thighs. It was kind of like the whole chicken, big pieces. And so I thought, I'm going to make homemade chicken noodle soup. Bob should easily be able to swallow that, and let's face it, homemade chicken noodle soup is good. And so I, rather than just boiling up and cooking up some of the chicken, thought I'm going to boil up all of it and take all the meat off the bone and shred it all. And then I'll be able to freeze some of it for like a quick meal down the road. And so that's what I did this morning. Then I shredded it. And, okay, just a minute. I gotta think what I want to do here. I don't know. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So is that maybe like the dark orange also? I don't want to do that though. I don't want to do that. I think I'm going to take this dark yellow. I'm going to do the stamen in this. Whoops. Too sharp of a point and too much pressure. Okay, so we'll do that. Maybe I'll take the same color and just do these. See how that looks. How does that look? Sorry, I'm turning the book all around. Well, that's what it's going to be. I do love how the gradation on that turned out. It does look like a tiger lily, huh? Okay. Let me put all these away. Oh, this red goes over here. I don't think I have these quite back in the same order, but oh well. Okay, so yeah, making the chicken noodle soup. So I diced, or I sliced all the carrots, chopped up the celery, so all that's done, the meat's done. And so all I got to do is turn the broth back on, heat it up, put the carrots in, boil that for a while, put the meat back in and noodles. And so, but I have to turn the broth back on. Let's see, it's 3. Oh my gosh, where does the time go? Yeah, probably in like a half hour. All right, so what are we going to, let's do the leaves right away. Again, I don't know what lily leaves look like, but that's okay. I don't care. Let's do them like a dark green. So let's look at our blends here again. Where's my greens? There we go. All right. Okay. So I did this kind of there. So that's a little more olivey tones. Must have been something like this. Maybe we'll do this. And again, it's an easy one. So we have dark green, grass green, and apple green. Let's do that. So we have dark green, here's apple green, grass green, and dark green. Grass green, here's grass green, and dark green. Okay. All right. You can tell I haven't colored with my Prismas in a long time. It takes me a while to find the colors. I don't know why, always am looking down here for the color name, and I should know by now. I gotta look there. I should look for the number instead. That's probably easier. All right. So I'm going to take a sip quick. All right. So I think, should I gradiate out to the tip, or should I gradiate out from the middle? Let's gradiate, because these are curled under, so that's going to be darker. Maybe I'll gradiate out to the tip. Oh, decisions. No, let's do from the inside out, or middle out, not inside. So we're just going to do the dark in here. Again, kind of lighter right now, and then real light out here. Just going to do the very edge light. So we'll kind of go over the dark, kind of working in circles. Concentrating. Can you tell? Oh yeah, I like this. And we'll go back over it again. Okay. Do the darkest in the middle. It smelled so, well, I was going to say good in the kitchen, but I don't like the smell of boiling chicken. I don't know why, but it might have something to do with the fact my dad, oh, I still can't believe he ate this, liked pig's feet. Now I know for some of you, you probably have never heard of that. But yeah, matter of fact, in the bars around here, you can get pickled pig's feet. Oh, it just gigs me. I just can't believe people eat that. I mean, there's no meat on pig's feet. There's bone and gristle. And that kind of had this same smell whenever Mom would boil up these pig's feet. And I think that's why I don't like the smell of chicken when it's boiling. Just brings back bad memories. Oh, the things we remember from years ago, right? Whether good, whether bad. But once the soup itself starts getting cooked, yummy, I'm making myself hungry. Haven't eaten much today. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. Nothing really sounded appealing. And it's like no matter what I eat lately, it kind of makes me sick. So it's like, you kind of have that problem when you periodically, after you've had bariatric surgery. And yeah, I've just been having that problem a lot lately, no matter what I eat. Yeah, I don't like that. I wish I would have gradiated out. Especially on camera, it looks bad. Oh, well. I've been saying that a lot lately. Oh, well. Yeah, this was not the smartest of choices. I just thought something different from here, where I gradiated out, and here, where I gradiated out. And these turned out kind of neat. So, yeah. Oh, well. What was I talking about? Oh, food, yeah. Not feeling good lately. We're just going to go make the outside the light. But that would be dark. Oh, too bad. We're just going to do it this way. Maybe I'll shade a little bit of dark under there because it is turned under. Might have an appearance by one of the... Oh, speaking of which, yeah, my door was open and Misty snuck in here right away. So this would be a little darker under in here. And she's sitting right behind my back, up on the chair cushion I have behind me, which she did once before. She just perched on top of that cushion back behind me. Aren't ya? Yeah. Goofy thing. She loves sneaking in this room, and I said in a past caller and chat, the reason I don't like her in here is she, oh my gosh, and I'm totally off camera. I am so sorry. She totally ruined my last office chair by climbing up to the top with her claws, and then she liked to sit on the back. Well, I spent a fair amount of money on this new chair. It's actually a gaming chair. which I will be showing in my office tour if I, my craft room tour, if I ever get that done. Yeah, I know. Been promising that one for a while now, haven't I? But yeah, so I don't like her in this room. Pets are not allowed. So of course, just like a kid, where they're not allowed or what they're not supposed to do, they of course want to do. And boy, I tell you, Bob's bedroom, she definitely is not allowed in there. Bob cannot stand cat hair. Drives him absolutely bonkers. And so, yeah, definitely doesn't want the cats in there. And Misty always, as soon as he opens that door, because she knows she's not supposed to be in there, she makes a beeline for his room and zooms right under his bed. Oh my gosh. I said, yeah, that's what I have to do is, I don't care if you're in there for 2 seconds, you shut the door behind you. Oh man, oh man. All right, let's turn the book around. So, yeah, not in love with those leaves, but yeah. All right, let's see. Let's put these back. So the names are on top so I can find them easier. What should we color next? Maybe we'll do these bleeding hearts up here. So I'm going to make those maybe like a red into a pink. So a real pinky type of color combo. And not purple. Oh, maybe this would be pretty. That would be pretty for bleeding hearts. And it's another only a 3-color combo. Love those. Yeah, let's do that one. We have raspberry. Processed red, mulberry. Raspberry, processed red, deco pink. Processed red, deco pink. Well, where's my raspberry? Oh, it's over here with the purples, I imagine. Dark purple, black cherry, black raspberry. Well, 1030. Let's go by that. Unless it's this one that's turned around. Nope. 1030, 1030, 1030. Oh, here comes Callie. Oh my gosh, where is raspberry? Am I blind? Sorry guys. As you can tell, I don't plan anything ahead. Well, am I missing something? I do not see it. What am I missing? It does say 1030, right? Raspberry. Of course, I could have written it down wrong. I don't remember a raspberry in here, though. Because it's that color. Processed red. I think I'm just going to pause. I've wasted enough of your time. I didn't mean mulberry, did I? That's $9.95 though. Well, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to find, if I can't find that color, I'm going to find a comparable one. I'm going to go turn my chicken broth on, and we'll be back. You won't even miss me. I'm back. I decided to go with pomegranate, processed red, and deco pink. Did a color, one of the pencil color names change? Told you it's been a while since I used my Prismas. Because, yeah, I don't see raspberry in there anywhere. So, yeah, let me know in the comments below if something changed. Okay, yeah, I think I am going to sharpen these because these things are so teeny. So, let's sharpen these. Like I said, I didn't want to use my battery operated sharpener because, yeah, it gets pretty loud. And I don't think you'd appreciate that. One time in the past, I did use it. And, yeah, I had a few people say it was kind of loud. Okay, so you can see the nice tips that sharpener puts on the pencil. All right, so we can only put a little bit of color in each one of these. Anyhow, but that's why I wanted the tips kind of sharp. Well, before I do all of these, let's see how that's going to look. We'll do just the tips in the pink. Yeah, I'm going to blend these out a little bit better. So we're going to go in with a little bit lighter of a hand. So I turned on the chicken broth, warmed it up just a little, dumped in all the carrots and celery, and oh no, my tip broke. This one, yeah, and it is off center just a tad. That could be why. Let's sharpen it again. Oh, it is breaking. Darn. Oh no. I wonder if this whole pencil is broken side. I didn't drop them, so, well, seems okay now. I didn't want to put a real, well, I am going to need a little bit sharper tip than that, though. Let's try this. Yeah, a little too dark. I'm going to put just a touch at the top then. Just so there's a little bit of color up there, I guess. And go real light And then over everything with that pink. See how that looks. Maybe this deco pink is just too light. Yeah, but now it looks funny from up above, doesn't it? All right, we'll have to add a little bit back in. Yeah, I guess that's better. I like how these look better than the top ones anyhow. Wonder if I put white over the top ones. Shall we try that? And see. Gotta sharpen this one too, but I don't want it real sharp. A little more sharp than that. Well, I'm just never satisfied today, am I? Yeah, that works a little bit. Go over all of them. There, I like that better. All right. I don't even know how long this video is because I didn't look at it before I paused. All right, let's do these leaves. Okay, let's look at our color charts again. What shall we do this time? I really like how these look. So I think I'm going to do something similar. But maybe just a tad darker. How about something more on this type? Or this. It's a little too light. Let's do this. It's a 4-color blend. Let's put these other ones back. Am I driving you crazy? Sorry. And then we will call it good for this color and chat. So we have, let's go with the light one first. We have light green, trail green, parrot green. Hey, I'm finding them faster this time. And peacock green. Sure, I had to say that. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now, do I need to sharpen any of these? I don't think so. We'll try it. Now, these I think I am going to blend from the bottom up. And because they are kind of small for 4 colors, we won't come up too far with each color. So just the tip will be real light. And back over. Now this is by no means a tutorial. I don't do them. I am not an expert in anything, especially colored pencil. Like I said, I used to color with just, oh my gosh, it was totally my head. Wow. So sorry. Couldn't see a thing, could ya? I thought I was zoomed in enough where you guys wouldn't see me. Gotta look kind of close here. And let's burnish it. How does that look? Yeah, not too shabby. Okay, let's do this one. So let's see, how is everybody else doing? Now it is later in the afternoon on Sunday, so not sure if I'm going to have this up today yet. It might be Monday this time before you see this video. I usually try to have my coloring chats up by Saturday or at least by Sunday. But I guess this weekend is kind of an exception with everything that's been going on. I didn't get much of anything done yesterday. Couldn't really record because didn't want to tie up my phone in case Bob needed to get a hold of me. And I, of course, wanted to be, kept updated on what the heck was going on. And then I had to get groceries, but again, I didn't want to leave till I knew for sure that I didn't have to pick them up or, So, yeah. Worked on some color charts. Did just easy stuff. Stuff that didn't take a whole lot of concentration. Oh, that's supposed to be purple. I have no idea what purple I used. I'll figure that out off camera. So yeah, did a lot of one color coloring. I know I'm behind on comments again. And a few emails. So if you have emailed me or asked me a question in the comments, I am hoping to get to those shortly. I apologize. But at least overall, I had good news for you guys today in regard to Bob. Hope you're not sick of hearing about him. It's just, I guess that's what's going on in my life, right? Kind of what these coloring chats are about. Kind of what's going on in our lives. One leaf to go. So as you can see, I don't layer upon layer upon layer. I kind of basically do 2. To me, Prismacolors don't really need tons of layer. They are so waxy and blend so nice. It's more the oil-based, you know, like polychromos and stuff that you do a lot of layering with. Even my Holbeins, I really don't layer a lot with. They're kind of a hybrid of a Prisma and a polychromos. And I do like them. So I want to get them out too. Hey, guess what I also worked on yesterday? You'll be so proud of me. One of my goals at the beginning of the year was to each month get out one coloring supply that I have not colored with in a long time. So, Prismacolor. And then I have worked with some markers and stuff. Each month I did not get out something new though. I did get out some markers I haven't colored with for a while and things like that. But this month my goal was to get out my ink tints. And I did it. And kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone because my list of books, untouched books that I wanted to color out of in 2021 was Flora by Maria Trolle. So I did a picture out of Flora with my ink tints, and I think it actually is turning out pretty. I have the main part of the picture done, mainly the background I need to do yet. So I think, I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to do. It's going to be pan pastels, and then either maybe with a stencil, or I'm going to erase part with, what do you call it, the geometric, no, it's not that, but it has a whole bunch of different sizes of circles, and I might use my eraser and just go around and do the, what is it called, bokeh, whatever, effect with the circles. So I'll have to see. Haven't truly decided yet, so I'm loving how my tiger lily turned out. Yes, and I do like how the leaves up here turned out. Not happy with them. Is that all we did today? Oh, our bleeding hearts. They're okay. They're not too bad, I guess. So, next time, I think we'll do the daffodil. And something down here. Now, I know that's a bird of paradise. I'm not going to be doing it, you know, realistic. I did look it up. There's no way I'm going to be able to color that. And I don't know, I'm going to color this like a zinnia. So maybe we'll work on this and the daffodil, maybe some leaves like these up here. I'm going to make these little daisies. So yeah, we'll see. This for sure, and the daffodil for sure. So, do you want me to continue with this on camera? It seems like that's the only time I get to working on it. I hope you like seeing this picture come together, especially with me not coloring with colored pencils too much. I do like how it's turning out. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you would like to see me continue with this. I won't next week. I'll do something different next week. But then maybe a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks from now, I'll pull this back out. if you guys don't mind. So yeah, let me know that in the comments below. Let me know what you guys are working on, things like that. I always like reading those. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this color and chat, even though it was maybe a little bit too much of a rant. So if you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantastic, ouch, oh, Misty just got me in the back, a fantastic weekend. And as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.